Colorado, unranked, but she has been torching her way through the bracket, pulling upsets. What do you know about Lexie Lopez? You've been in Colorado.
Yeah, I am from Colorado, and I know the name. That's about it. I know that I haven't been around Colorado for a few years now, but man, this Lexie Lopez has a tournament of her life, and I am excited to see her continue it against a very tough opponent in Krazer.
In the red, Aubre Krazer. In the blue, Lexie Lopez. And the fact that, Geneva, you have so much familiarity with Colorado. I do too. I'm from Colorado. We don't know her. That means this is a wrestler who is finding her stride, and you love to see it.
Absolutely. This is what I'm loving about these couple years for women's wrestling is we're seeing these unranked women end up in the finals and making true names for themselves here at Fargo.
I got a chance to watch both Krazer and Lopez's semifinals, and this is going to be an interesting match. Krazer, very, very sound positionally, very tough to score on. We'll see if Lopez can find a way. Lopez in her semifinal, and by the way, Lopez now warned for passivity for the first time. Lopez in her semifinal trailed the break 4-2, and she went to her corner so convinced she was going to win. You could see it in her body language. This is an athlete who doesn't care if she's supposed to win or if she's losing. She believes she's going to do it.
That's awesome. Like we've talked about in some of those consistent athletes, that belief and trust in yourself that you can score points and win matches it's important. And those wrestlers that go to that next level, that's one of the skills and talents that they really hone in on and capitalize on.
This could be, and we've got a warning for passivity on Lopez, but she's trying to get a go behind.
Oh.
And they're going to put Lopez on the clock. But you saw from her that positional awareness.
Absolutely.
She was close to a go behind takedown. Now Lopez is going to go on the clock, so she'll have 30 seconds to score or give up a point. I don't think she's going to be too worried about this either way.
1 point's not going to make or break this match. Once they start going, I see points thrown up on that board quick.
By the way, this match important for the team scores. Pennsylvania currently in 4th, but just 2 points away from Colorado, who's sitting in 5th.
Oh, there you go. There you go. With that, man, that head block, that drag, that continuing to wrestle. But like you said, Krazer's position. Beautiful position.
Man, close to the go behind for Lopez, but Krazer grabs a leg at the last minute. I was about to give the takedown to Lopez, but Krazer super tough positionally.
Krazer does go up 1-0 on that passivity point.
Both those athletes have been close to scoring, but Lopez almost with the go behind. Krazer, wow, super savvy catching that leg and getting the stalemate.
That's that second scramble that Lopez has been trying to cut that corner and hasn't been able to find it because of Krazer's incredible position, continuing to wrestle, willing to scramble and willing to continue. So who's going to give up first?
I don't think either one of them has a plan to give up, and Krazer looking for a step out. Lopez, good job circling. She gave up position, but you know what? Didn't matter. She circled back in.
Absolutely. Krazer continuing to control that center.
And look at this. First warning against Krazer for passivity. Lopez is one of those athletes who is not afraid to wrestle a low-scoring, positional, tactical match. And it may pay off for her. We're going to head to the break. And let's watch the body language here as they head to the break. In the semi, you could see Lopez. Look at this. She hustles to the corner.
Absolutely.
She cannot stop her feet from moving because she is so fired up.
Lopez has two great coaches back there in her corner, Mike George and Joe Betterman. Man, those are tactical coaches. They're going to help strategize, tell her exactly the little points that she needs to make those adjustments. And, man, you don't accidentally end up here and not be able to make in-match adjustments. So I'm excited to see what they do to create that. See if they give her those tips to create that angle.
Second period underway. Krazer leads 1-0, and it's a great point. Geneva, I grew up in Colorado Springs. There were no clubs at the time. Joe Betterman, you hear about Betterman Elite.
Absolutely.
On the Greco scene for so long, and it's making a difference. You see more and more Colorado athletes in the finals, semifinals, quarterfinals at tournaments like Fargo.
Absolutely, and Mike George and Sandra George have done a great job with Chatfield Wrestling as well, out of Littleton, and I know that's a little bit closer to where Greeley's at. Greeley's way up in Fort Collins, so those clubs are growing. Colorado has just been creating some tough women wrestlers out of there.
Absolutely, and Lopez taking ground, and now we're going to see Krazer go on the clock. And you hate to see 1-1 criteria matches. I don't think that's how this is going to end, but even if it does, it's a testament to Lopez's ability to make adjustments and her
Absolutely.
positionality. Forcing Krazer to take a shot that maybe isn't the most advisable, and Lopez
Right.
feeding her hips, trying to get a go behind takedown.
I don't think either athlete's going to find a win in this position. I believe stalemate, back up on your feet. That lock's solid. Lopez really isn't able to create any angles, but she does get that passivity point. So she'll now lead on criteria 1-1.
Yeah, really great second period opener for Lopez. She leads 1-1 on criteria. Lexie Lopez has been on a mission all tournament long, unranked, but plans to win it. You could tell. You could tell from early.
Absolutely. Coming in with that attitude. Oh, deep shot. Great recovery by Lopez. Right back into that short offense.
Great entry to the double leg by Krazer, but Lopez in the lead now, and she has that overhook position that you can tell she's been working with a Greco coach like Betterman a little bit.
Absolutely. But man, those hips, I bet that felt like hitting a brick wall the way she popped and got those hips right back out. Beautiful wrestling right there. I'm surprised they're not calling Krazer for those 2 hands to the back of the head.
I am too. Big double.
Again.
Wow.
On the hip. 2 offered, 2 confirmed there.
And Lopez's head hit out of bounds. That saved her from Krazer having the opportunity to work for a fall. So actually it looks like 4 points went on the board. I didn't see if that was a 4-pointer or 2-2.
I saw both officials put up 2, so I have no idea how 4 jumped up there.
Yeah, I'm confused too. They may have said,
I don't see a brick coming out of Blue's corner, and they're not afraid to throw it. So.
They may have said 2 on that takedown to her butt and then 2 more on the exposure.
Possibly, yeah.
25 to go though. Lopez needs a big move or takedown to turn.
20 seconds, but again, we got Greco in our pocket with Lopez, so we could see something open up here. I don't know though. Krazer's got that amazing position. She's clearing everything, staying. She's not afraid to run. She'll take that victory.
4 seconds left. Krazer looking for another go behind, but decides to stay out front.
There,
there it is. Aubre Krazer of Pennsylvania adds to Pennsylvania's team score, but more importantly for her, she's a Fargo champ. Here comes the stop sign.
Well-deserved. Phenomenal positioning. Really great wrestling. That double, sticking to it. That second attempt, getting it. Man, that was an exciting match.